Hi class, let's take a look at problem our part F. And they're asking for the residual. I'm just going to point out the formula. And the residual happens to be the actual distance from the coordinate point to the line. So in terms of a formula, it'll be the observed y minus the predicted y value. So in this case, our observed y value, it's going to be, wait, sorry guys, I skipped it. Here, it's going to be this value here. So technically for 545, which is here, the observed is 18.982. So I already wrote it in this part, 18.982. Now we just have to find the predicted. So our predicted value, so for the predicted y, and in this case it's going to be y hat, we're going to be evaluating 545 into the x's. Remember that x is equal to 545. So this is going to give us a y is equal to negative 0.0764 times 545 plus the 61.3687. Let me fix the 8. And our y hat, it's going to give us the approximate value. Please evaluate that. Negative. Okay, so I'm getting that this is 19.7307. That's going to be our observed y value. Sorry, our predicted y value. And then our residual, it's going to be equal to the observed y minus the predicted y. I'm just going to call that y hat. So in this case, it'll be the 18.982 minus the 19.7307. And I'm getting that the residual, it's negative 0.7487. That would be the residual. And that's actually it for this one. Let me double check all numbers. The observed 18.982 minus the 19.7307. I'm getting negative 0.7487. That's actually part F. Let's move on into part G. Now, they want us to find a prediction for a credit score of 10%. So in this case, the 10, it's going to go for your y hat. Remember that on the data set, your x's, wait, I went too far. Your x's represent the first data set, and then your y's is your second one. Because you're given a percentage or an interest rate, that would be a y value. So for this particular problem, we're simply going to substitute 10 here. In this case, this is going to be 10 minus, or this is 10 is equal to negative 0.0764x plus the 61.3687. And then in order to try to keep the error to a certain level, meaning that it's not going to go beyond what we're actually estimating here, I'm not going to punch it in until the very end of the calculator. So minus 61.3687 minus 61.3687. So we're going to end up with the left hand side with 10 minus 61.3687. It's equal to negative 0.0764x. And then let me divide by the negative 0.0764. Divide by the negative 0.0764. And then let me flip this. So our x value here, it's going to be 10 minus 61.3687 divided by negative 0.0764. And let me evaluate this on the calculator. The top will need parentheses. So 10 minus the 61.3687 divided by negative 0.0764. And I'm obtaining 672.37. Let me double check that calculation. 61.3687. Yep. Okay, so let me write it in a sentence. In this case, the predicted credit score for a 10% interest rate is approximately 672.37. And most of these, we're going to want them as x's and y's. So in this case, 672.37, comma 10. That would be the our answer. Okay, let's move on to part H. And H is going to be a little bit easier. They want us to find the interest rate for a score of 360. So in this situation, x is equal to your 360. So we're just going to plug in the 360 here. And this is going to give us a y hat of approximately negative 0.0764 times 360 plus the 61.3687. So please plug it in. And I'm getting 33.86 rounding to two decimal places, but let me double check the calculation. Negative 0.0764 times 360 plus 61.3687. Yep. Okay, so let me write it as a sentence. And the predicted credit score, actually wait, the predicted interest on a 360 credit score is approximately 33.86%. The coordinate point, it's going to be 360. And wait, let me fix the 6. And then 33.86. Let me fix the whole thing. So 360 and 33.86. That's going to be our prediction. Let me check the calculation again. That's actually it for this one. Let's take a look at the last one here. And in this case, remember that you already have technically your L1 and your L2. Now, the transformation that we're doing here is x becomes the log of x. So this is how you're going to do this on the calculator. I actually went ahead and did it in advance since we end up with really messy decimals. So in this case, your x's are going to be evaluated through a log. So you would just say, I'm pressing the log button here, and then second and L1, close parentheses. What you see here, the 2.73 or 74 rounding to 2, it's that value. So I'm just taking the log of every single one of the values just to show the, what the new values would be. And then to do the new calculation of R, you're going to go to stats, we'll go to test, find the linear regression t-test, and then instead of using your L1, since we modified the actual L's, we're going to be using L3 as your x's. And that would ensure that it's already taken into account the transformation. And then please run it. Our new value of R, it's negative 0.9763. So approximately negative 0.9763. Let me double check. That's negative 0.9763. That's pretty much it. Any transformation that you will be evaluating, it's actually going to be something in the calculator. It could be a square, any algebra function that you might have seen in the past. If it's one of the logs, it's going to be one of these buttons, because instead of a log, it could be an ln, or it could be an e, if you see the e there. So it'll just be a simple evaluation using the calculator. That's actually it for this particular problem.